Oh man, I don't want to talk about Sonic 1. Let's go straight into Sonic 2. Hey everybody, it's Loco Logan. Welcome back to the channel. Lately, I've been feeling like going fast, and what better way than by playing Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis for the millionth time. Since I want to play the game with the drop dash in my moveset, I've taken the liberty of hiring a top scientist to mod my Genesis cartridge to put the drop dash into this version. So let's check in with that scientist now, shall we? Thanks. Well, don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Alrighty then, let's try her out. On second thought, the Origins collection will work just fine. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is an improvement over 1 in just about every way. There's a much more consistent level of quality throughout the whole game that just isn't there with the first game. For every green hill and starlight zone, you also had your labyrinth and your marble zones. Overall, just making the first game feel like such a mixed bag. Sonic 2 just isn't like that. There's only one stage in the game I would consider, in quotations, bad, and the rest of them are just pure gold. The music is better, the level design is better, the graphics are better, everything is better. It takes the few good aspects of the first game and crafts a nearly perfect experience, and a truly phenomenal platformer. I mean, the Chaos Emeralds actually serve a purpose, granting you access to Super Sonic, rather than just the true ending that really isn't worth it. The game also becomes a whole different beast if you're planning on going for the emeralds, making you more cautious to keep your rings and to try the special stages and explore the levels more thoroughly for ring boxes and checkpoints and bonuses and stuff, so you can get more attempts to unlock Super Sonic. Unlocking Super Sonic is a fantastic incentive to learn how to play the game well and to learn the mechanics inside and out. Since we'll be playing the Origins collection, we'll have access to the Anniversary mode. This mode replaces lives with coins, and we can never get a game over, saving us all the time of not having to replay the entire game over and over again. In addition to not being able to die, these coins give you more attempts in the special stages, making it way easier to collect all the emeralds. You can get the coins by simply getting 100 rings, or if you're running low, take your happy ass over to the mission mode and unlock them that way. Your biggest obstacle when collecting the Chaos Emeralds will be miles, tails, per hour. You see, the way to beat the special stages is by collecting enough rings to advance through the LSD half-pipe long enough to obtain the Chaos Emerald. You and Tails can both gather rings, but the issue here is that you don't control Tails. You only control Sonic, with Tails poorly copying your movements, and Tails has his own ring counter, and this little twerp loves to get hit. There's no telling how many times he would run straight into something and cost me another Chaos Emerald. Because there's a Chaos Emerald, you little twerp! But enough about the Chaos Emeralds for now. I'm just going to go through my thoughts on every zone in the game at length as I get to them. Starting it off with a name like Emerald Hill, what'd you expect? All jokes aside, Emerald Hill is a phenomenal first stage that gives you plenty of attempts at special stages, to where you can nab most of, if not all of the emeralds, all in this first zone. I actually got the majority of them here. But more importantly, this stage is perfect at showing the player the ropes. It's inherently very simple, but the more you play through it, the more you appreciate it. For keeping up good speed and momentum, you can use said momentum to reach the higher points in the level to get greater rewards, further incentivizing you to just learn how to play better, learn how to platform better, learn how to keep your speed up to keep succeeding in the level. This level is an excellent teaching tool for the player to learn how to play this game properly. And the boss at the end of this level is simple, but iconic. When I hear that familiar boss theme, this stupid little drill car is the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, what exactly was the plan here, Robotnik? You were just gonna run down the fastest creature alive in an old jalopy with a drill in the front? And do what? Just hope he doesn't move out of the way? But overall, Emerald Hill is a fantastic first zone, and unlike Green Hill and Sonic 1, the game doesn't peak here. The stages just keep getting better and better. Chemical Plant focuses on your reaction time by encouraging the player to go fast to the point of outrunning the camera on those loop-de-loop sections. You have to be ready for potential hazards like enemies that knock out your rings or the acidic water you can drown in. The music is fantastic here as well. It gives off this bombastic but oppressive industrial tone that suits the stage's theme of a toxic waste dump excellently. I can't get over how much this track suits this stage. It's amazing. This stage is also just fun. But it isn't all fun in games. This stage has a slight difficulty spike to let you know that you are going to have to start trying. Because as a kid, I couldn't get past this stage. Because I would always drown in that one section where you gotta jump to the top on the little blocks. Because I would get impatient and try to get up there fast when really the name of getting out of that section is to actually take your time and go slow. Sometimes it's a matter of platforming better, not faster. Because if you don't fail, you'll go faster in the sense that you don't have to correct yourself when you die. But now that I'm a lot older, I know this stage like the back of my hand and look forward to it every time. I love me some Chemical Plant Zone. But please stop bringing the stage back. I'm good. I don't need to see it anymore. Aquatic Ruin is up next, and this one does an excellent job of rewarding the player for platforming well. Doing good keeps you above the water and lets you claim better rewards. Playing bad makes you face the tediousness of the underwater portion of the level, but it's never as exhausting as Labyrinth Zone was from the first game, where that stage was just a chore to play in general. Even at this stage's worst, it's still a lot of fun, and the visuals here are stunning. This looks like a place I would see in a history documentary or something. I love the vibrant colors here, and it just, I don't know, it's something about it just feels so beautiful. Like, this stage is gorgeous to look at, honestly. I love it. It's probably my favorite looking stage in the game, honestly. I mean, all the cascading waterfalls and dilapidated ruins that still have their strength and charm to them. I love the way this level looks, man. It's so good. And the bosses are going to get more creative here, too. I really like how you have to jump up the little arrows to jump on top of Robotnik's mech and destroy it that way. It's also fun to just stand on top of the pillar and just get a bunch of pot shots off on him. It's great. I love this boss. I love this zone. It's just so good. Finally, a water level that's, dare I say, fun to play. Alright, Casino Night Zone. This one was always my alcoholic Uncle Raymond's favorite zone. I miss him. This one is a great zone to finish getting the emeralds in, since the hazards aren't too crazy, and you can keep gambling in the slots to get more rings. Ow, 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 ow. And the aesthetics of Casino Night Zone are on point, man. All the bright lights, pinball bumpers, neon signs really contribute to the glitz and glamour theming of a casino. It really reminds me of Looney Tunes Back in Action when Daffy Duck and Brendan Fraser go to Yosemite Sam's casino. If anybody's ever seen that movie, that's a really probably obscure reference, but it really reminds me of that and I love it. I love the casino setting for anything, really. I'm a sucker for good aesthetic, what can I say? I also got Supersonic here. Weirdly enough, the final special stage is one of the easier ones. I guess as a peace offering for getting this far. It's more of an endurance test this time. It feels like it's more focused on, oh, just don't get hit and don't lose your rings. Otherwise, you'll have no trouble at all getting the Chaos Emerald. It feels great to mollywop the boss with pure invincibility. Supersonic is so fun to abuse in these boss fights. The only bad part of the stage is you can just get wrongly crushed by random bullshit. Other than that, this is a pretty solid zone. Also, how did a casino get on an island? Hilltop Zone. Oh, now we're talking. This one rocks. Now that I have access to Supersonic, the rest of the game gets a whole lot easier. About to fall in lava? No biggie. I can just stand in it and be immortal until I run out of rings. The only downside to Supersonic is that you have the invincibility music playing constantly instead of the stage music, which really sucks because the music in Hilltop and the game in general is just banging, dude. This stage has a great presentation, giving a sense of urgency with all of the rising lava and crumbling rope platforms. I don't know, something about it kind of reminds me of something you'd see in Uncharted. Don't ask me how I got there, I don't know, I don't think my brain works like most people's. And I get to just stand in lava and destroy Robotnik's mech by doing absolutely nothing. Supersonic is the coolest. And honestly, I think Hilltop is probably my favorite stage in the whole game. The visuals, the vibes, everything just works here. It's honestly kind of hard to say much more about Hilltop because, simply put, it's just awesome. I love this one. Mystic Cave Zone. The first thing I can say here is the music and the visuals in this level are stunning. I honestly kind of have to remind myself that this is a game from 1992 sometimes. Sprite work ages so well. Yes, I know about the Pit of Doom. No, I didn't fall in it, so you don't need to gripe about it. And even if I did fall in the Pit of Doom, the Origins collection replaces the pit with a passage to a stage cut in development that finally got completed, so that's pretty neat. I will say though, the enemies definitely get more obnoxious here on out. But believe me, it's not that bad just yet, just you wait. And I think the way the level plays perfectly reflects the stage's theme as well, just because all these switches and minecart tracks, it makes me think that somebody down here has been trying to unearth some ancient treasure. And well, we just kind of seem to be stumbling on it. And it's just overall a really fun stage that just does an excellent job capturing its theme through its gameplay. I wish I could tell you more about the boss in this zone, but I destroyed it before he even really got started. Sorry, Ivo. Gee, I kind of feel like an asshole now. Poor guy, he's just trying his best. But overall, spelunking through Mystic Cave Zone is always a treat, both visually and mechanically. This stage is a win in my book. Oil Ocean Zone. Look at that backdrop. The uses of oranges and yellows in the background really make this stage come alive. You can really feel the heat and the smoke just by looking at the environment around you. Probably smells like my Uncle Raymond's house. If anybody sees him, can you call the police or something? This stage is great at environmental storytelling, giving you an idea of what Robotnik's plans actually are, to just completely bulldoze over West Side Island and industrialize it. And obviously, we can't let that happen. This stage can be a little challenging, but nothing you can't handle, honestly. And the boss here is one of the few in the game you actually have to try to beat it, especially if you can't go super. But overall, it's a fun stage. I remember getting stuck a bunch on this one as a teen, but I didn't really have that problem this time. I think I'm realizing that I just plain sucked at video games when I was younger. I think that's the common theme with a lot of my issues playing games when I was younger. But now as an adult, I can appreciate the level design in a way I couldn't as a kid, and really enjoy myself now that I don't suck so much. I'd hate to work here though. Sheesh. Alright, my favorite, Metropolis Zone is up next. Remember when I said the enemies were going to get a lot more irritating before? This is the stage I was referring to when I said that. This level feels like torture to play because of all the little Staryu guys and grasshopper robots. I swear, every time you progress, even slightly, these assholes will hit you with their projectiles and just completely ruin what little fun you might have been having on this stage. I also really love how whenever these guys knock you off those screws you used to go higher, you have to go far enough off screen to get them to reset. And if you fall again, have fun doing the exact same thing over and over again. So much of this zone is just pure irritation, and good fucking luck getting enough rings to even think about turning into Supersonic, because every time you get more than 10 rings, I rest my case. And of fucking course, this is the one zone that has 3 acts. You have actually got to be kidding me. This is the only zone in the game that I would say is actually bad. It feels like a zone from Sonic 1. Everything is just so slow and tedious and annoying in this stage. I think you can tell I don't hold any love for Metropolis Zone, and I never look forward to it on my repeat playthroughs. Well, lucky for us, this one has a great follow-up stage with Sky Chase Zone. This one's such a nice change of pace, especially after that mechanical nightmare that was the last stage. And it's probably the most unique zone in the game as well. The music is peaceful yet triumphant. And the level mainly just tests your reaction time, so you can dodge Eggman's aerial armada while on the wing of the tornado. But it's not too hard, kind of the calm before the storm. After this level, Tails is out of commission because he gets the tornado shot down. Thanks dude, the one time you were being helpful and you managed to screw that up too. And this level is an amazing set piece. I love it. It's such a fun idea that's executed really well. I wish there were more levels like this in the series. Instead of Sky Chase Zone Act 2, instead you go straight into Winged Fortress Zone. This one is exhilarating, and it's great at utilizing your timing to build tension. And this is one level where being supersonic can actually hinder your progress, because he can sometimes go too fast, causing you to plummet back down to Earth if you aren't careful. The key here is perfecting your reaction time to these disappearing platforms. As long as you've taken everything you've learned on this journey as a lesson, you'll do just fine. This level rocks. It has such a huge sense of finality. I mean, Sonic is storming through Eggman's fleet all on his own. That is just badass. This is also the last level you can actually play as Super Sonic, but I recommend just saving him for the boss fight at the end, to just dog on him. Then we pursue Eggman into space into... Yeah, it's Star Wars now. It's gonna be really awkward when Sonic finds out that Eggman is his father. God, that's such a bad joke. This zone is just a boss rush, and I don't know if you've noticed, but you don't have any rings, and you won't get any either. But before you panic, the trick for these bosses is to just learn their attack patterns. They look hard to figure out, but as long as you don't get greedy and try to get in a couple of cheap shots, you'll be fine. You can actually combo a few hits at a time against Silver Sonic if you find a technique that works for you, but learn his movements first. And as for the Death Egg robot, take your time, and don't ever attack him from behind or you'll just die from getting hit by the exhaust from his jetpack. Make sure to only hit the yellow part on his chest and wait for him to drop down and BOOM! And that's the end of Sonic 2. Sonic flies out of the Death Egg while it crash lands to Earth as Tails watches from the ground below.
Jesus, that's bright. How's that even happen? Why does the sky look like that now?
Then the duo flies off after a day soundly saved and a lifelong friendship formed. It's kinda crazy to think that Sonic 2 went from a game that I couldn't even get past the second stage of as a kid to one of the games I replay most as an adult. I just love it that much. And it's become one of my comfort games that if I just need to blow off some steam, I'll just play through the whole thing in one go just for fun. And it never ceases to amaze me and always puts the biggest smile on my face. And while I can appreciate the impact of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, I don't hold a lot of fondness in my heart for it. But without it, I wouldn't have this wonderful but messy mixed bag of a series that I'm happy to call one of my all-time favorites. Please don't rip me apart in the comments just because I'm not crazy about Sonic 1. I don't despise it or anything, it's just not my favorite. But as far as Sonic 2 goes, I think the game is a timeless classic that still feels like it was made yesterday, with controls as smooth as butter, music to tap your toes to, and level design to love. And by all means, you absolutely should play the game for yourself. It's easily accessible these days, having dozens of ports and re-releases. These are just the ones I have. So what's stopping you? Go and play it for yourself, and after the 2 to 3 hours it takes for you to finish it, why don't you come back and tell me what you think about Sonic 2 in the comments? And while you're at it, a like and a subscribe would be really cool. As for what I think of it, I think Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is